Good day. My name is Fadini Mary, and we are from the Department of Business Administration, Group P, and we'll be talking about the stages in writing process. First, I'll start by defining writing process. Writing process is a circle of activities that you complete as you generate ideas, compose those ideas into a document or presentation, and refine those ideas. Writing process helps in making writing easier and more understandable. For example, you want to write an article, letter, essay, report, newspapers, and all of that. All those processes would give you guide into writing a successful write-up. To make writing easier, it has been broken down into different stages, which are planning, researching, evaluating, revising, and editing. My fellow group members will talk more about these stages of writing processes. Thank you.
Planning. The planning stage of writing is an essential step that helps you organize your thoughts, clarify your ideas, and create a solid foundation for your writing project. Here's a breakdown of the planning stages. Understanding your assignments. Clearly define the purpose of your writing. Are you trying to inform, persuade, entertain, or educate your audience? Understanding your purpose will help you shape the content and tone of your writing. Second one is deciding on a topic. Depending on the nature of your writing project, you may need to conduct research to gather information, statistics, examples, or support evidence. Utilize reputable sources such as books, scholarly articles, websites, or interviews to gather relevant information. Third one is to consider your audience. Identify your audience. Consider who your target audience is. Are you writing for a general audience, expert in a specific field, or a particular age group? Tailor your writing style, language, and level of details to suit your intended audience. The third one is brainstorming ideas. Brainstorming and generating ideas. Begin by brainstorming ideas related to your topic. Use techniques like mind mapping, free writing, or listening to generate a variety of thoughts, concepts, and arguments. Don't worry about organization of this stage. Focus on capturing as many ideas as possible. Thank you.
Good day, my name is Sean Baramoteosi. I'll be talking on this second stage in writing process, which is the research part. What is researching? This is the systematic investigation into and study of materials and sources in order to establish facts and reach the new conclusion. The research stage is a very vital and important stage of the writing process. We can conduct or carry out our researches through various mediums and sources, which include Google, Wikipedia, public database, and print medias. After outsourcing for the right research medium, the next thing is to do a comprehensive research on the topic you intend to write about. The next step in research writing is the research evaluation. This is the systematic determination and assessment of the subject matter, merits, worth, significance, and credibility. Next, to guide you on the research parts of the writing process, writing an outline may be a needed guidance to help you work. Then lastly, after we have conducted and evaluated your research, you should organize them in terms of importance or as the writing demands. Thank you.
My name is Andrea Samuel Aferami. I'm talking about the third stage of the writing process, which is the drafting stage. What is drafting? Drafting refers to actually writing the words of the paper. That is, the writer puts his ideas into complete thoughts. I'll further divide the stages into 5. The first one, write sentences and paragraphs, even if they are not perfect. This is more like giving a broad overview of what you plan to say. Number 2, create a thesis statement with your main idea. What is the thesis statement? This offers a concise summary of the main point or claim of the essay, research, paperwork, etc. Thirdly, put the information you've researched into your essay accurately without plagiarizing. Plagiarizing means taking the work or an idea of someone and pass it off as your own. Number 4, read what you have written and judge it if it says what you mean. That is, have what you have written out passed across the intended message. Number 5, read what you have written over and over again. Also, to know that during the drafting stage, it's important to write freely and get your ideas out without worrying about grammar, spelling, and accuracy. Thank you.
At the end of this drafting stage, you should have a complete document, which includes your introduction, your body, and the conclusion. While it may need some little editing and refinement, like he said, this drafting stage is, like I said earlier, it doesn't have to be accurate because it is a drafted thoughts which you put into paper, so they can later be revised on for a proper documentation. Thank you.
My name is Elot Taiwo Anthony. I'm here to talk about the first stage in the writing process, revising. Revising is an essential part in the writing process. It involves critically reviewing, what you've written. It helps you refine your initial drafts. They can say to make it better. Firstly, when you're revising, you have to read what you've written again, just to make sure they are clear of errors and mistakes. Secondly, rearrange your sentences, paragraphs, into a logical order and clear order. Thirdly, take out or add parts which are not clear, or remove parts which are not necessary in the drafts. Fourthly, replace use and unclear words, overuse and unclear words. And lastly, you will read aloud what you've written again, just to make sure it's clear and it is smooth. Thank you.
My name is Biniyo Tolulokwe Ajoke, and I will be talking about the 5th stage in the writing process, which is editing. Editing is a stage in the writing process in which a writer or editor strives to improve a draft by correcting the errors and making the words and sentences clearer, more precise, and as effective as possible. So after completing a write-up, editing is very, very important, as it ensures that the write-up is flawless. Now, to edit our write-up, there are some things we must take note of. One, you must be sure that the sentences are completed. Now, while writing, we might have made some kind of mistakes. Editing helps us go back to the write-up and make sure that the sentences are complete. Two, we must make sure that our spellings are correct, our capitalizations are correct, and we make use of the appropriate punctuations like our commas, our full stop, our exclamation mark, and question marks. Next, we should change the words that are not used correctly or are unclear. So if we find out that a particular word or sentence is not used correctly or might be unclear to the reader, it is important that we should change such word in the editing process. And lastly, we should have someone check our work, probably a better writer or someone that has a better knowledge, so as to ensure that our work is well evaluated. Thank you.
My name is Jimo Taiwo. In conclusion, what my fellow members has been saying to say is that there is no wrong or right way in writing process. All these are just a guideline to follow to make writing easy and accurate. Once all these steps are carried out successfully, a writer would not leave out necessary and important information, and a reader would enjoy reading the book. The whole essence of explaining these writing stages step by step, from planning to editing, is to guide the writer in delivering a perfect write-up. The target audience, once a writer can understand and put in these stages into writing, there is a high chance that he or she will deliver a beautiful piece. Thank you.